there, chums. This is Weekend Mission 9, the law, speculation, breakdown, and all that sort of shenanigans. Right, so let's pick up Weekend 9's mission. So we go. Oops, wrong one. Frickin' this one, that's the one I wanted. Vanishing point. Let's go for that. Initialize mission and start them on mission. Right, now let's see if it actually tells me which member I need to go speak with. There you go, Iteration Tethys. When I did this the other day on my creative save, it didn't come up with any markers for the whole mission. I was flying blind. Right, so let's go and speak to Iteration Tethys. Now he's got a few options, so I'm going to do a few reloads. Okay, so hello there, Tethys. Tethys seems uneasy. Their lidless eyes flick towards Mercury's empty boast. So yeah, oh yeah, he has no eyelids. Nice. Cool. Tell me, do you ever feel lonely? Now I can say everyone does, say no, ask for guidance. So I'm just going to reload and do these two, I think. So we're going to do say everyone does. There we go. I'm not everyone though, am I? I'm supposed to be better. I don't know where you get this idea from, Tethys. But then again, you haven't gone in search of the abyss, have you? You've stayed pretty good and golden, to be fair. Okay, alright. They shift uncomfortably. Perhaps there's more chance of survival if we travel alone. I don't know how much longer we'll be safe here. Interesting turn of phrase. I mean, I was a lone traveller until I found this place, and now you're saying that perhaps we're not safe? Okay. And that you don't feel safe with inside of the Nexus, which is your safe haven from the Sentinels and the rest of the universe. The Knowledge Stones call to us. Now the portals need you. Okay, right. Okay, well, that's where the mission would start, but I'm just going to do a reload, and we're going to come back up, and we're going to see what the other phrase would be. Okay, so I'll be right back with you after... I'm holding down the frickin' thing to frickin' skip. Okay, right, so here we go. Let's go into reload, autosave. So, yeah, there we go. Yeah, important announcement time. There is some pretty odd goings on up in the Nexus. So before we actually started the weekend mission in creative mode, I was waiting for good old Bobby to join me. As he flew into the Nexus, his ship disappeared and he ended up floating in midair. And then everybody in the Nexus just sort of stood still with their arms out. It was frickin' freaky. Very odd. Here's a clip. Now they are. Now they're all starting to move. Sort of, kind of. They're just standing there with their frickin' arms out. This is like frickin' Dawn of the Dead or something. Something strange is happening.
Yeah.
Holy fudge balls, this is strange. What the... This is creeping me out.
Yeah.
Everybody's just standing here like frickin' starfish. What the fudge is going on?
Bugs.
Yeah, just a little bit. I'm the only one frickin' moving. This is like end of the world type of stuff.
Uh-huh. I know about Johnny 5 now.
Yeah, this is frickin' mind-blowing stuff. Let's just hope we have a bug-free weekend mission. Oh, the guy that was floating in the air has just vanished. No, he hasn't. He's still frickin' there. His arms have just shot out to the side now. This is just weird. Okay, right. Howdy diddly dandy. Right, well, I'm back up with good old fish face. Hello there, Tethys. How are you, sir? Or madam. Sorry to assume your gender. Yeah, I know you feel uneasy and all that sort of shenanigans. I'm going to say no. I never feel alone. You know, I just turn multiplayer on. No, you're bluffing. Not really. No. They shift uncomfortably. Perhaps there's more chance of survival if we travel alone. I don't know how much longer we'll be safe here, which is pretty much the same turn of phrase that he used last time. The Knowledge Stone's call to us now. The portals need you. Alright, fair enough. I'm going. Alright, so it doesn't say anything that gives away anything else, really. The mission here is called To the Void. It wasn't called that 5 minutes ago, so the names are definitely randomly placed. So yeah, they don't have really any bearing or meaning. I tell you what, I will see you guys once I uncover some more lore down at the planets. Don't you go away. Heck yes. Okay, right, well, I've arrived at a crashed ship, what I can see of it. So let's interact with this skylark of freedom. Corruption boils through the crashed vessel, but somehow the captain's log is unaffected. Right, okay, so I was hoping it might say who the captain actually was, you know? But no, it does not. So let's just go and interact with the actual Disturbiance. Hello there, Disturbiance. I can't actually see the Disturbiance at the moment. Okay, well, we're just going to interact with Finnair. Here we go. Corruption bores through the crashed vessel, but somehow the captain's log is unaffected. Here we go. Now it's all rendering in. Sweet. The pilot was betrayed by one they considered an ally. The abyss can only take what is invited to consume. It desires so much more even now. Right, so let's just break this down for a second. The pilot was betrayed by someone that they considered an ally. Well, right now, pretty much everybody up in the Nexus, other than Tethys, has gone frickin' missing at one step or another, and the other vendors that sort of do things on a daily basis that can't because of story and game. Yeah, the Abyss can only take what's invited to consume. Okay, so maybe the Abyss is calling to them. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of cool to me in a roundabout way, with the old touching of the knowledge stones and going through portals. It desires so much more, even now. Okay, so now we've got to give it 24 Albion Pearls. So here we go. Take that, my Abyssy friend, if you're a friend. I don't know what the Abyss is yet. I'm still sort of trying to ponder and work that out. I've got various frickin' ideas swimming around in my head, which I'll get to in a second. The corruption purged. I look more closely at the fallen vessel's data. The traveller's pilot believed they heard voices those days prior to the crash. Well, last week, there was a voice within that ran down my spine, and it didn't say what the voice said, but it said that I kind of agree with the voice and I have to help the Abyss. So that's kind of why I think that, you know, I'm being invited, but I'm also hearing voices too. So perhaps I am also corrupted. And this is prior to the days to the crash, so perhaps my own demise is becoming more and more imminent. I mean, it's difficult to say. I mean, I'm really hoping that this does amount to more than just a text adventure, but I seriously think in my gut and in my heart of hearts it is just going to be a text adventure like any other of the weekend missions that we've had, season-wise. But I could be wrong. I mean, this is the first season that NPCs have started going missing and things have actually happened in the Nexus. It's quite exciting. But there we go. Let's move on. Whispers from their own exosuit issued out into the void, bargaining for survival. Okay, now the exosuit is actually powered by Talamon, the AI that was constructed by the Atlas to keep the traveller safe. So, you know, it's going into survival mode and trying to bargain for its own survival and also the traveller's survival that it's attached to, which is pretty darn crazy. So yeah, whispers from their own exosuit. Perhaps the voice inside wasn't my own or the Atlas. Maybe it was Talamon, the AI that's been programmed to protect us. There's so many maybes. There's so many, well, this could mean that, or this could mean this. It's very difficult to say for sure. Okay, here we go. I leave, checking my own. For signs of tampering or malfunction, all seems as it should be. Heck yes. Well, you know, EXO is one in a billion, or maybe even more. Who knows? 1 in 16 quintillion, perhaps. Yeah, little EXO. Anyway, so the actual anomalous rift, or the abyss, or whatever, it could be a number of things. It could be where we are right now. It could be what we put frickin' Artemis in. It could be a void between worlds. It could be the oceans. You know, we had an update called the Abyss, and that turned out to be just an underwater update. Well, I wonder if the ship says anything different now. It probably does. It's probably been cleansed. I could probably claim it as my own now. No, corruption still boils. Well, isn't that frickin' weird, considering that I just went and frickin' satisfied the Abyss? I think that might be broken. I think that could be slightly broken. Anyway, let's check out this little computer around here. Not that it's probably going to say anything different than what it should, but let's try that anyhow. Damaged machinery, let's get rid of that. I'm just going to get some nanites, aren't I? I'm fairly sure I am, but I'm going to investigate this full crash site, see if there's anything else here. Any other breadcrumbs? Why didn't you give... Oh, you did give me nanites. You gave me 27. That was worth it. And let's head on over to this. No, I can't interact with it anymore. So that's pretty much that, chums. Let's just do a quick round of the old thanks, Captain Steve. Oh, biscuit number 1. Well, thank you, biscuit number 1. That's pretty awesome. And we've got legal crack for religious purposes. Yeah, that could work for some, I suppose. What else we got over here? We've got let's go. Okay. Well, I'll have to go back in a bit. Hello from Germany. Well, hello there, Germany. Nice. And what we got over here? Oh, thanks, Captain Steve. Oh, biscuit number 1. Okay, I've done the full circle. Alright, well, I'm going to head back to the Nexus. I'm going to go grab my Quicksilver. But I think that's about it, chums. There's no more lore. That's it for this week. So it feels like a bit of a space saver or a prelude to something else perhaps this week. So not a lot of lore to go through, but there's a lot to ponder on. Does this mean this? Does this mean that? A lot of that sort of stuff. But nothing really groundbreaking. Nothing that's going to, blow your freaking mind this week, chums. But there we are. That's where we are. And hopefully next week we'll start seeing these NPCs come back or try to understand where they've gone. Because I think they've gone in search of Hesperus, but I could be wrong. Anyway, you guys, stay golden. And see you soon. Take care. Goodbye all. Goodbye. There's multiple ways to support my channel, Patreon being one. Thank you, Patreons. And I also have YouTube membership. Thank you, YouTube memberships. Yep, there's multiple tiers there for everyone. Be sure to check both out if you're thinking of supporting me that way. Hitting a like or a subscribe or leaving a comment. I love reading comments. Is another way to support the channel. Or there's merch if you want to find a dandy pair of socks or a t-shirt. Head on over to Teespring. Or just stay with Captain Steve a little bit longer and watch a little more. Hit join or sub. Heck yes. We'll see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. Cheerio.